All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are amazing, and I'm sure you are. Let's have a conversation this morning about the mid-year recentering. Let's spend a couple of minutes. It's June. Half of the year is gone, half of the year is yet to go, and there's some amazing things that can be done. Wherever you are, however you find this moment, remember you're welcome here. And not here on the call. You're welcome here in this space and time, this moment in light and in life. You are meant to be here. You are seeking your authentic self. I want you to just take a moment, find a relaxing position, and in just a moment, we're going to transport to our sanctuary of undevelopment and achievement. Settle in, sitting down or laying down, wherever you feel supported. Another big breath. Settle in. And on the count of three, we're going to move into the hallway of our sanctuary of undevelopment and achievement. 1, 2, 3. And you are now in your sanctuary. This place you visit often. This place where you find space and rest and regeneration and renewment and your authentic self. Move to that place in your sanctuary where you can settle in, where you do some of your best thinking, your best creating. Become aware. Feel yourself settle in. There's nothing to fix here. There's nothing to achieve. Only connecting to yourself. Feel your body grounded in that place you settle in. Bring awareness to your feet. Wiggle your toes. Feel the energy of your awareness flowing from the earth into the soles of your feet. Feeling connected. Feel that energy flowing in to your ankles, up your calves, into your thighs, up to your hips. Any tension in your legs melting away. Simply allowing you to be at your best. Feel the energy rising into your belly, up through your solar plexus, into your chest. Feel your chest relaxing on the inside and the outside. All the organs inside relaxing. Feel it flowing up to your shoulders. Feel your shoulders rest, relax, drop into your neck relaxing on the inside and on the outside, the muscles inside and the muscles on the outside. Up through the crown of your chakra. Scan your body for any place that's simply holding energy. Give them permission to ease. Give them permission to notice, just simply being in this moment. Moving back down, feel the energy in your head, feel a tingling on your skin as this energy continues to awaken inside you. Bring your attention to your eyebrows, feel them soften. Attention to your jaw, feel it soften, relaxing. Feel your breath flowing through all your muscles, relaxing with each breath. Remember, there's nothing to perform. You being here is enough. You are simply acquiring your authentic self. Now, as you rest here in this moment, gently aware of your body, aware of your cleansing breath, let's take a moment for some compassionate reflection on this year so far, without judgment, without evaluation, simply a moment of reflection. Take a notice. How have the past months been for you? No judgment, no evaluation, just an awareness. How have the past 3 months been for you? What have you moved through? What phases have you moved through? Some awareness. Again, no judging, just be aware. What are you carrying in your body or in your heart? What are you carrying? What's the dominant energy? Simple awareness. You're a reporter taking notes, no judgment, only information. No stories too small. No feeling is wrong. Let it just be held here in this space of caring, in this space of awareness. If any voices of should or not enough arise, notice them. Let them drift past like bubbles being blown or clouds in the sky. any of those voices of should have or not enough, just simply become aware of them. Choose not to step back into them. They're simply bits of information. Allow them to be. Let them drift past. And know this: you are allowed to begin with all of your awareness, with all of your skills, and all of your talents. You are allowed to begin exactly as you are right now. Notice your breath. Pay attention to your breathing. And on the next inhale, imagine gathering wisdom from the year so far. Gathering wisdom on the in breath. Hold it. Breathing out, release any weight that no longer serves, any energy that no longer needs to be. With each breath in, allow the wisdom, the lessons of the year to flow into you, to be reactivated. With every exhale, releasing any weight that no longer serves. Take a few wisdom building breaths. Breathe in acknowledgement. Breathe out release. Acknowledge your genius and breathe out release. Fear, doubt, delay, shame. Just breathe it out. These next few breaths, breathe in possibility and breathe out with ease. Breathe in possibility and breathe out my life is at ease, is centered, is peaceful. As you continue to breathe in possibility and acknowledgement and breathing out release and ease, hear these words. I honor my path. I release what I no longer need. I welcome the unfolding of this new season. I honor my path. I release what I no longer need. I welcome the unfolding of this new season. Allow your breath to return to normal state. Simply breathing in and out, feeling that rhythm. Now that you've created some room with your spacious heart, if you wish, invite a gentle intention for the coming months. Not a goal or demand, simply an opening. What would this gentle intention be? What qualities would you like to nourish? Perhaps patience, courage, creativity, rest, maybe joy. What qualities would you like to nourish? Compassion, connection, awareness. Simply a gentle intention for the coming months to nourish these qualities. Let one or two of the qualities come to mind naturally. There's no right answer. There's nothing you need to pass as a test. Simply become aware. Which one or two of these qualities that have floated into your brilliant mind would you like to grow, nourish? Imagine now planting them in the fertile soil of this moment. You get to be the one who decides. What will you put in this fertile moment of possibility, of unlimited potential? Imagine these qualities you are putting into this moment, this fertile moment, this most abundant now. Imagine them taking root, growing. Feel them expanding as they take space in this ever present moment, not forcing. You're simply there tending to them. They'll continue to grow on their own time. You have planted these new intentions. Take a bigger breath than normal rhythm. Feel the wisdom of knowing you are the creator of this moment. Breathe in your clarity, breathing out into this unlimited space, gaining access to all you need. Remember this pause, this space, this now is always available to you. You can begin again at any moment. This day affords you all that you choose to bring to it. As you come back to your awareness of your sanctuary, feel this new energy, this awakened energy. It's not about doing, it's simply remembering your authentic self. And as you rise from your chair in your sanctuary, walk past the rooms that are your pillars, however you have them listed, however you have them positioned: family, finance, body, mind, society, and faith. Walk past them, and each time you pass the door to those pillars, touch them, say thank you. With that slightest touch, you pass your intentions into each of your pillars, helping to reset, rekindle, activate the best version you see. So as you head towards the hallway of your sanctuary, in just a moment, not just yet, we'll enter back into our transport and come back to this moment in time, awakened, intentional, and ready for our day. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're back in your present space and time, feeling better and better, getting more clear, more focused, ready for your day, ready to make the best energy begin and flow through you. And you now remember it is always, always there. As you slowly open your eyes, feel your body stretch, and begin to say, I am enough. Look for things that are orange in your day. Welcome home and good morning. We'll get started in just a moment.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories, they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. You keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through.
Hey, good morning, Misfits. I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome. Great to have you here. What were some takeaways? What were some lessons? What'd you learn? What'd you like? Where's your takeaway? Because the key is what we just did was an invitation of self-compassion, right? And this has a tendency to clash with some internal voices that we have. Right? This idea that, oh man, I should have done more. Here we are, half the year. You don't deserve a fresh start. Everybody else is further ahead. All of these things, all of these voices. Maybe you didn't hear those. The key is to pay attention to this neurobiological connection that we have. We say we want more, we do. We believe we can have more, we do. And yet, something kicks us in the shin and forces us to look other places and do other things. So, this tightness that may show up, and it could be very subtle. Remember, we're talking about the slightest. If you can feel a mosquito land on you or a fly land on you, it's because of your awareness. What I'm saying is that your body has the ability to notice the slightest little thing. And when we talk about resetting, recalibrating, repositioning, reactivating, we've done this a time or two. And the challenge then lies in familiarity. And in this familiar space, we become numb. It's called tolerance, right? We have to build up a tolerance. I know if I look back over my years of being in the food and beverage industry, more specifically in the bar side of it, in the alcoholic beverage section of the businesses that we had, I had built up some pretty big tolerances. You can do that, right? Just as if somebody can drink, there's some people that can drink a couple of beers and they're like, woof, boy, I feel that. I feel good. I feel good. And other people, it takes them a case of beer. For us to become aware of our own greatness, it's not something we typically focus on. It's not something we're told to focus on. It's not something we want to focus on, because we can sure as heck find a lot of not greatness in our life. So what I offer is a space where you can say, it's okay. I get to start over. I get to start right now. So just be aware as you go through this transition today, this awareness, this awakening. Maybe you're going to have some fight or flight moments, some freeze moments. It's like, because you're going to bring all of your past up to this moment, and you're going to have validation. You're going to have confirmation. You ain't so good. Which is why the opposite also exists. The opposite also exists. If you feel a little stress and tension, peace and joy is in that exact same moment, of the exact same quality, of the exact same opposite. If you feel stress, there's peace. If you feel anger, there's joy. All of these exist. So some of the signals that you might get is impatience. This is taking too long. This is just, it's all fluff, right? Inner criticism. I don't deserve forgiveness. And we get tougher, and we have this phrase you've heard me say: the beatings will continue till morale improves. I'd offer you a chance to let that slide. Let that bumper sticker fall off your car. Take a breath. Man, I got a chance. There's people who didn't wake up this morning. Now, that may be an extreme example of comparison, yet comparison is comparison. And we have a tendency to compare in such a way that doesn't give us the space, right? We have a tendency to always compare to others who are ahead or farther ahead or better or up. We don't look down and go, oh my gosh, I have 2 feet. Oh my gosh, I have my awareness consciousness. Oh my gosh, I can move today. Oh my gosh. And so, law of attraction, Wallace D. Waddle says it's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. Wayne Dyer says change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Mark Twain said the difference between the right word or the right thought and the almost right word or the almost right thought, I added in the thought part, is the difference between lightning and the lightning bug. It's as close as your skin, the shift. So just simply becoming aware. This what happens if we step out of survival mode? Forgive the body and the nervous system for protecting you ways and sometimes that look like procrastination. You know that's your body protecting you. Listen, I probably have the kingdom of procrastination. If you were to show up in the procrastination land, I might be the ruler of that place. I'm not saying I want to be, but boy, I can tell you, I know what procrastination is, and this is my body protecting me. That's what procrastination is. It's protecting you from what? From the potential of somebody going, that's not good. That's how I see it. It's probably different for you. How about, oh my gosh, there's people who have a birthday week. I've never had a birthday week. I don't think I want a birthday week, but I might have a birthday month. Since this is anyway. So this is 60. Yeah, I go back to the mammalian brain. There's a lot of things that are scratch around back there. So what if we forgive ourselves for what couldn't have happened yet? Wait, what? Why are we wanting to say, man, I should have been, could have been? What if it couldn't have happened? Open yourself to the possibility that everything that you want wasn't viable for the who you are, the what you are, the where you were up until this moment. Maybe everything that you want. Imagine this. What would be the shift in your light? What would be the shift in your life that everything you wanted is now available because you crossed today? What if it took up to this moment? What if it took right to this moment for everything to be released? What would shift? Would you allow that shift to take place, or would you go, yeah, no, I don't think it's ever going to happen? Or what if this was the moment? What if this, right? Remember, everything happens in a moment. What if this moment? What if this now? What if this space? What if June 2nd, 2025 was the day that released everything? This is one of those moments where they say, I was waiting for my ship to come in at the train station. Wait, what? I was waiting for my ship to come in. I went and waited at the train station. You're never going to see your ship. What if today was the day you arrived at the docks? What if today was the day you said, okay, done. It started. It's commenced. I get to begin with all of my years of experience, all of my years of successes, all of my tools and techniques and skills and talents that I have. Today is the day it launches. What if it couldn't launch till today? What if today is the day? Do you feel that shift in your body? Do you feel that awareness? Question is are you still in process? Are you exactly where you're supposed to be? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. You can't be anyplace else. Figure that out. Listen to that. Are you where you need to be? I'm exactly where I need to be. For everything to happen to me, for me, with me, because of me, in spite of me, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Let that settle in for a second. I am exactly where I am supposed to be. You can't be anyplace else. That's where the confusion, that's where the challenge is, that's where the frustration is, that's where the shame is, that there's some cosmic chance you could be someplace other than where you are. It's cosmically impossible. You have to be here. And if you are all here, then you can have all that you want. When you're here, when you arrive here completely, fully in this moment, and you realize this is the day that it all starts, this is the moment that it all starts, this is where you get to launch you. Man, that can change everything. So what might you forgive yourself for? Believing you had to do more. So I'm going to say these things and say, I want you to just become aware and say, I forgive myself. This is how you cleanse. This is how you do it. This is a way to do it. It's not the way, it's a way. So forgive yourself for, say, I forgive myself for believing I had to do more. I forgive myself. For protecting myself the only way I knew how. I forgive myself. For grieving what didn't happen. I forgive myself. For judging myself too harshly. I forgive myself. Whatever else pops up, let it be met with compassion. You're not behind, you're becoming. Say that. I'm becoming. I'm becoming. Feel it? Any resistance, any neglect, any ouches, any, I forgive myself. Because in this moment, you have had permission to shift, to step into your remembrance of who you are. Don't have to do more. Don't have to become more. Simply allow the you that's always existed to step forward. Thoughts, comments, feedback, take away, take with you. Ahas, would you learn, would you like? It's a tough topic. I get it. So here's a week from now, a week from today, I'll be on Ray Higdon's page. Him and another dear friend of his, he's going to do some interviews on, I believe it's on entrepreneurship and leadership. And he sent me a message over the weekend saying, man, he said, I feel bad. I should have had you on more of my calls. He said, I value your thought process. Would you be open to doing an interview? Could I interview you next Monday, the 9th? I said, dude, I'm there. Tell me when. So next week at 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern, on one of Ray's pages, and I'll share it to my page, Facebook page and stuff. So I get to have a conversation with Ray. That'll be fun. Yeah, he's got lots of big things going on in his world. So I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to see where and what's going on. He's had some huge quantum leaps in his world. So, hey, AJ, good morning, brother. There's the familiar backdrop.
This is what came up when you talked about forgiveness and stuff. So if we know that we tracked everything, both the good and the bad, right? When something bad happens and we take responsibility for it because we know that we attracted it, whether knowingly or unknowingly, right? How do you bridge the gap between understanding that you brought the bad up on yourself and then not starting the shame loop?
So the question was, is how?
Yeah.
Okay. Awareness. And so if we listen to the words as you described it, Law of attraction works perfectly 100% of the time, all the time. The law of attraction doesn't have a positive and negative filter on it. It only has a vibration. It's going to allow you to vibrate into the same frequency, correct?
Yeah.
So then the I that got mad isn't the I that brought it. What's your favorite meal there at the restaurant?
Oh, I'd say a meatloaf. Probably.
Okay. Love it. Sounds great. What if you ordered a raw fish sandwich?
Well, maybe I liked it. Maybe I not. I don't know.
Let's say you don't like it. You know for sure you don't like it. Would you be mad?
Well, I'd be
You
kind
ordered it.
of.
No, you ordered it. They said, "What's your order?" You go, "I want a raw fish sandwich. Find me a
Oh,
fish that's been sitting on the side of the road and go just put it on a piece of bread and bring it to me." And then it shows up at your table. Wouldn't you freaking freak out?
yeah.
But the order taker, the universe said, the one who delivers exactly what you ask for says what? You ordered this.
You ordered this.
And then you want to argue with them, and they have it on recording going, here's where you just told me you wanted. Bring me the rottiest fish you got and slap it between moldy bread. Bring it to me, I'll be happy. They're like, are you sure? Yeah, you really don't want. And the universe knows you. Do you think the way that Margaret would let you order that? The sister would let you order that?
No, probably not.
First of all, she go, we don't serve that. Here's the neat thing about the universal experience that we have access to. It'll serve anything you ask for. Now, imagine if you set your DMP truly in place. Truly in place. Could you ever order the wrong thing?
No.
No. So when we order something and we get mad, it's simply because we ordered it from a space that wasn't us. So there's the I that becomes aware that that's not what you want. Listen carefully. This is powerful. I hope I can get this across. The I that becomes aware, the you that becomes aware that that's not what I wanted, isn't the one that ordered it. How is it possible? It is not possible for the you that knows that's not what I want to have been the one to order what you want. It's the I that's aware lost its space. That's called shame. Shame steps in. And if you have something you do not want, the I that's aware that that is what you don't want is not the I that ordered it. It's impossible.
Makes sense. Well,
And it's a little bit frustrating because now the part of us that's arguing that's the I that ordered the negative, that ordered the lack, that ordered the delay, that ordered the procrastination is standing there going, but you told me to protect you. That's where the internal conflict you feel right now. Your body moved away, you turn away, you're right. This is all of your neuroencoding. It's all perfectly fine. You can't hide it. It's your body revealing itself. And the part of you, listen carefully, everybody, the part of you that ordered the thing you don't want was doing it to protect you. Period. End of story. No argument. No full stop. If you delayed, if you got something you didn't want, it was your body protecting you. Protecting me from what? From your success. Because we don't have a new story. You have a story of pain and suffering. You got your butt kicked because you took your mom to Dubai.
Oh, so this is payback.
This is payback.
Oh, shit.
This is payback. This is payback because your story isn't, this is the new normal. I take my mom whenever she wants. Your subconscious is dealing with your dad going, oh, what am I going to get, a bowl of cereal? This is the subconscious dealing with your siblings going, your brother going, oh, why didn't you just take her to Belgrade? Or why don't you just take her to Italy? Why do you got to go to Dubai, Mr. Big Shot? And so for you to not be Mr. Big Shot, you're going to suffer.
It's funny because when we
Oh, it's
came home,
hysterical.
is like the first night when we came home. The day after, I visited my family, and then so that was Thursday. Friday, Saturday, I got sick. Sunday, I couldn't
Oh,
speak. I literally couldn't
oh,
talk at all.
wow.
And now I got like the stuffed nose and whatnot, and then the wound is kind of healing even more slower now. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
really?
wow, Jesus Christ,
Wow.
that's so
How
interesting, man.
crappy that is. Man, that sucks to be you.
Yeah, sucks to be me, man.
Wow. You should just go lay down and let a car run you over.
I'm gonna go home and lay down probably after this.
Loser.
Sucks to be me, man.
So this is
Yes.
absolutely it's payback. Listen, it's all opposites. When's the last time you got to a place where you felt so ill you couldn't talk? How long? Tell me how long ago that was, if ever.
Oh, probably. Wow, can't even remember at this point. That must have
But
been
you see,
I mean,
it
years.
was a memory in your body because that was a normal pattern. Molly, why do you have to tear up papers? Because I love you. This is a normal pattern in your body. This is a way it went to go. In 3 days, it took you off your game. So was there a solar flare in Serbia?
No.
Oh, so it didn't keep your phone from working.
My phone works fine. Thanks for asking.
So you couldn't call out and reach out for help going, what the hell's going on? So how's the
Well, I
so
mean,
how's
I
the
just thought it
DIY
was.
method? Tell me how the DIY method's going.
Well, I binged Netflix there till 4 o'clock in the morning last night.
Oh, that's good. Even better. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I did do a lot of work on my mind pillar. Finished the
No, you didn't.
questionnaire,
You got sick.
I did,
You got
I did
sick.
it,
You were sick. You didn't.
I did it last night as I was
Oh,
watching Netflix at the
is
same
that why
time.
is that why you're getting healthier now?
Well, my voice is better compared to yesterday, actually.
So you're okay with incremental
Um,
growth?
no, no, sir, no.
You know, this is
Uh,
where I'm glad he's 2,000, 3,000, 8,000 miles away.
yeah,
Dude, do you
it's
see it? But do
interesting.
you see it? Do you
It's
see
real
what
interesting.
happened?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And listen, it's going to happen again. It happens every day. We just happen to have the filter to see it, and it shows up, and it's the difference between somebody. You know how big a bumblebee is, right? The black bee it's
Yeah.
not supposed to fly. Now
Yep.
imagine a bumblebee hitting the windshield of your car, and imagine a stone of the same size hitting the windshield of your car. Would one do more damage than the other?
Oh, the stone, definitely, I think.
What? Well, it's the same size. Listen carefully to me. It's the same size. Why would the stone do more than the bee?
The stone is sharper, probably more dense and whatnot.
Isn't that isn't that the mind? Isn't that the vibration of the memories that are making you sick are in response to the joys you've had, taking your mom feeling it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. She's looking at the building, her neck hurts, or oh my gosh, I've never seen buildings this tall. She's flying it. And all of that joy, all of that happiness, now that you're back in your environment where you are not being stimulated by watching your mom do what you do, you are back in your insulated environment, not isolated, insulated environment. And now the fact that you don't have a new story of I now have the medal of taking my mom to Dubai. You didn't put that on your chest because I don't need to wear that. Okay, great. We'll make you sick. We'll fill that space with something else, and we will negate it. We will do it because you don't want to remember it. Your body is trying to force you to forget it by putting you in a state that makes you can't talk, can't move, and you're sick. So let's forget all of the joy we just came back with, and let's just wipe it completely off the map and go back to this normal crap that's called our life. How's that
That's
working for you?
actually true because when you're sick, the only thing you can think about is all the times you weren't sick. So that's very interesting. Uh, wow. Well, never looked at it that way.
That's why you have me to help you do things you couldn't do. Seriously, that's these are the moments that I exist for. Not the write down your journal or this, that, or the other. It's simply to make you aware of the obvious because it's obvious to me. 100% obvious. That's why I'm giving you crap because it's like, oh man, I got sick. Really, really shocking. I told you this was gonna happen.
It was like literally overnight. Like I literally woke up in the morning and I couldn't speak. I was like, what the hell? I was like, all
So
morning. Yeah,
instead of
that's
going,
crazy.
wow. So how many? Let me ask you this. You've heard me say this phrase. You know this phrase. You know the value of this phrase. You know when to use it. How many times did you say, "Oh, and I love this"?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot potato probably.
So now say, "And I love this. I love this wellness I have."
I love this wellness I have.
Where did you just feel that in your body?
I felt it somewhere in here, kind of looking in here.
Oh, by your heart chakra. Wow, that doesn't make any
Somewhere
sense
kind
at
of
all.
like kind of going in, yeah,
Yep. Yep.
like breathing it in.
Simply because you said, "I love this." That's called healing, energetic healing. What the hell? That was non-healing. What the hell would you if you could live a life of what the hell or I feel healed, which would you choose?
The latter.
Oh wow, words have power. Oh,
I actually did feel a lot better just because I started doing what you told me. Every day I would wake up and read my statements, and then I would sit in silence for a couple minutes, and I would kind of really go in there and kind of like really look at myself, kind of close my eyes, kind of look at myself, pretend I'm staring at myself in the mirror, seeing my body. I'm now through my body and mind pillar, so I'd be focusing heavy on that. Then onto my so I kind of focus on each pillar individually for 1 minute or two, and then I go through all of them, and then I kind of you know go about my day.
so
I
does
was
that help?
feeling, yeah, I was feeling
So then
awesome this
why?
morning.
So ask yourself this: who said it only has to be a minute or two on each pillar? Why not make it 15 minutes on each pillar?
Well,
Well, then I'd have to get up earlier.
yeah, then nobody can scroll on Instagram. Yeah,
If 2 minutes is
that's
great,
funny.
do you think 3 minutes is better? And if 3 minutes is good, do you think 4 minutes could literally be the breakthrough? Let me ask you this. Unless you have the technology, if you were to take a pot of water and get water out of the tap and put it in the pot and put it on your stove and turn it to boil, turn the stove on full high, how long would it take that pot to boil?
1 or 2 minutes.
Okay. So what if you kept taking it off every 30 seconds going, this isn't working?
You would only see the small bubbles up there,
Yep.
down there, but they would boil. Probably.
And then what if somebody said, hey, listen, whenever you go to boil water, add ice cubes, it'll make it boil faster. And you keep adding ice cubes to the water.
That's not gonna boil.
But you're going, but my friends told me it would work.
Well, it doesn't.
It doesn't because you
Yeah,
have awareness that ice doesn't allow you to boil. What you don't have awareness is that the sickness came because you asked for it. Not consciously, because your friends told you you're not good enough. All of the sickness was the equivalent was your body's physical interpretation of your dad, your brothers, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, whoever else you went to Dubai. Oh, you went to Dubai with your mom. Oh my gosh, you took your mom. I wish my son would take me to Dubai.
that's exactly what happened in one interaction, just as you described it. The female owner talked to her daughter, and she was like, "Oh, he brought his mom to Dubai," and then she kind of looked at her, and she was like, "When am I gonna go?" And I said, "Haha, it was just kind of She said
Well,
it
because I
kind,
speak
kind
Serbian
of,
and I understand the Serbian culture, I knew that would happen in your world. No, this is human nature. Doesn't
yeah,
matter the language you
yeah.
heard. Now,
It
here's the
was
thing.
kind of a joke, but
It was a joke. But here's the thing. Do you want to know how that affected you? Not because the mom said to the daughter, when are you taking me? He took his mom, when are you taking me? Is you didn't want the daughter to feel bad. So you figured if I get sick, she won't feel so bad.
I'm not really sure I really wanted that.
You did. Well, you don't want it, but this is
I
called
don't.
shame. You were shamed. Now we don't. Oh, they didn't make me feel bad. No, but you got sick and couldn't talk yesterday.
Actually, the worst was on Saturday. Then yesterday I got a little bit better. Today I got a little bit better.
Okay, so when are you going to ask your body not to do incremental growth?
I wanted to get over, man, with this freaking wound and this sickness and whatnot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you hear what you just brought all of that negative to you? I am so happy I get to go through this and experience my health again, and my wound is healing faster than I thought. Oh, let's get over the sickness, get out of me, and the wound is blah, blah, blah. You just asked everything to delay again. Do you hear your word?
Wow.
Listen, I'm giving you crap because I can. Everybody, when they private text me, they say, I don't know how AJ still loves you, but you guys have got to have the most amazing relationship. And we do. But do you hear the energy that you did your shirt, right? Get away from me, right? Because you're a little hot.
Hot.
You're right.
It's
You're a little
hot.
hot,
It's
but you
hot.
do your shirt, and you're like, I wish it to get over me, this sickness and my healing and this freaking wound. Freaking wound. Do you realize that if you don't have the freaking wound, you're dead? Well, no, that's not what I meant. Oh no, that's what the universe heard. This is how powerful our words are. This is how we delay our own success. This freaking wound, and I wish this is done. Oh, so you're okay with delaying your success? No, I want it now. Then why not speak it? I love this. I am so healed right now. Imagine the space and the place when I go to the doctors and they're like, dude, what have you done? Your leg looks amazing. But you don't have those conversations.
Yeah. Well, I I tried. I tried doing it a DIY method with Wallace D. Walls, and I was like, you know what? If it's because I have the wound and whatnot, I'm gonna be at home. I'm gonna be focusing on my business. I don't got to go out there in the office and whatnot. And that lasted for probably a good 3 hours before I was like, oh shit, well this is not gonna heal. So I'm like, okay, yeah.
Did
Start
you
to
go to
hit
the
the
gym
fan
today?
pretty quick.
Did you go to the gym today?
Um, I no, because I decided
No?
to stay
Wow,
at
that was a
home.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, well, I
How
decided to
how
stay at
quick does a
home.
non-negotiable man? I listen. Remind me not to do a non-negotiable with you because it's negotiable.
I
You
did
doing your
not.
steps? How many steps did you do on Saturday? I didn't do any. I lay in bed. I was sick. That's not a
Yeah, I
non-negotiable.
didn't. That's you think you're smart. Okay. Uh, no, I decided to forfeit all of that because I was like,
Yeah,
you know what? I'm
wow.
gonna
And
be at
look, it
home.
worked. Look, it worked. Forfeit it all. If we look for evidence
Uh,
for how fast we succeed, listen, you told me you were walking the balcony out there going, listen, it's painful, but I'm walking. You sent me the video. I'm walking. I'm getting it done. I'm getting my whatever number steps you wanted in 14,000, 8,000, whatever it was. You go, I'm doing it. It's a little tough, but I'm doing it while you're on vacation. But now while you're home, you're in bed. I can't do nothing. I feel I can't count nothing. I'm a.
yeah. And then ChatGPT also said, don't sweat, don't kind of go to the gym because of the wound and whatnot. And I was like,
Listen, ChatGPT is only there to make you feel good, not to serve you. Until you put some other rules in it. I can teach you the other rules to put in it so that it is not just looking for your accolades. It is not looking for your affirmation. There's a way to create a logic in there that'll allow you to have a dialogue that it serves you. You're the sovereign. It can't overrule you, but it can also say, I think you're slacking.
I upload the wound picture to it every day, and I'm like, isn't this better? And it's giving me, it's better, better, better. And then yesterday and today, it feels like it reopened and whatnot. It's gonna take another 10 days. It's gonna take another 2 weeks, another this and that. And I was like, oh, well,
So you're
it's
okay.
ski,
You're
man.
okay. You're okay not being in control.
No,
Okay. So then when do you want it healed?
God damn it, man, I want to heal like right now.
Okay. So then
I can go.
how would you feel if you looked down and it was healed right now? If the miracle that's supposed to happen can happen, that's inside of you, that you have access to, if you look down and it was healed and it was better and it was pink and it was all the right things, not red, how would you feel?
I'm just so relieved, man. Just like it's
Did you
fucking
all see his
over.
shoulders drop? Did you all
Yeah,
just see his shoulders drop? So
I
be in
just be
that
so
state.
relieved
So then why? So the question is why are you afraid of that?
because I was doing that. I mean, so this injury happened like a month and a half. It happened like 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going on about my life, just kind of pushing it to the back of my mind. Probably it was in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just kind of going about my day. I was traveling. I'm doing this and that, and I probably didn't set the intention for it to heal. I just kind of avoided that conversation with myself. So it did heal in some capacity, did heal in some speed and some rhythm, but
So
I want that done.
who's the you that avoided the conversation? It's not the you that's talking to me now. Who's the you that avoided the conversation?
I am curious to find out.
Okay,
To
so
be
if you were to
honest.
name that version, who would that be? You got to name it to own it. Otherwise, you think it's you. And that's the listen carefully, everybody. The challenge with when we say I want to be rich. I'm an idiot. It's not the same I. It's not the same I. I'm lazy is not the same as I'm successful. So when you say I'm successful, who's listening? The lazy one going, well, that's not who we are. You told me yesterday you're lazy, you're mad, you're frustrated, you're aggravated, you're sick. You told me you're sick. I'm sick. Oh my God, I'm sick. Okay. Well, then the healthy person can't be healthy if I'm sick is running the show. The I'm poor, I'm broke, I have no team, cannot operate the successful version of you. I'm building a team. I'm an international star. I'm a global speaker. Which is why this stuff shows up when we have to, I say we get to, but we typically have to have, oh my gosh, you won't believe what happened. Because the you that wanted to show up stepped in, and you don't even believe the you that stepped in. Oh my God, you won't believe what happened. What happened? Oh my gosh, my business grew, my leg healed. I feel amazing. Oh, how is that? Why is that a shocker? Why would I not believe that? Why don't you believe it? I believe it.
Interesting things. Sean Gerard Murphy, you really outdid yourself today, Skippy.
And here's the other thing.
It's
Isn't it cool that we get to have an expanding relationship that for the last 5 months, 5 years, 5 months, specifically 6 months now, you say that often? Oh my gosh, you outdid yourself today. I didn't outdo myself.
my understanding of you doing yourself outdid my understanding.
Yeah, but now you get to say, I outdid myself in understanding. I outdid myself in awareness. Say, I outdid myself today. I'm excited.
I outdid myself today. I am excited for it, and I love that.
And but it doesn't.
It's
And I feel excited. I outdid myself usually means I got my ass kicked. But I outdid the I that was the lesser version of me had to go sit on the sidelines. Listen, it's a big play in the football. It's a big play. It's 27 seconds left, and you want to be in on the field. And the coach pulls you out. You're not hurt. You're not tired. I mean, you are wired, and the coach pulls you out. How do you feel?
Oh man, you feel like somebody took a swing at you by your
Oh, and
kneecap.
made you not talk and made you sick for 3 days. That's exactly what happened. You pulled yourself out of the game. And then you get mad at yourself because then the coach says, you realize I pulled you out because the last set of downs you cursed or did, I don't know, you did. Well, what? I didn't know. No. And now you got something else to argue about. And now another week you're sick. And then you tell him to go shove it up his hat frame, and he'd say he benches you again because you were disrespectful to him. Do you realize we are disrespecting our highest version of us? Listen, this is where it's important. This is an exact moment to become fully aware that the heart is the most powerful initiator of success in the world, and yet it's the most subtle, amiable servant. Soon as your brain says, but the heart says, as you wish. Which is why more people are dying of heart attacks now, because their brain is telling them what to do and their heart is saying, this is not who you are, as you wish. And they let the brain take over. When you live from your heart, you don't get sick. I love that I could be an inspiration to the daughter's daughter, to the wife's, to the sister's daughter. I love that instead of, oh my God, I made her feel bad. I don't want her to feel bad. So now I'm going to go suffer so that she doesn't have to feel so, well, yeah, but if you go to Dubai, you get sick 2 days later. Well, who wants to do that? Listen, when you start to turn the page and going, holy crap, this, if you've ever read a screenplay or the script to a thing where it says, John enters the room, frustrated, aggravated, with tension and right? They give you all of the things of how they should be acting. When you flip the page, I'm giving you all of that why you're acting this way, simply because it's predictable, 100% predictable. If we're not in control, if we choose to, here's the keys, you drive me home, you're going to be in a ditch.
It's interesting because when people ask me, well, you got sick, and I was like, yeah, because in Dubai it's like 100 degrees outside, and then at home is going to be like 65, and then you go in and out of the AC like 100 times a day, and probably that's why I got the stuff. That's what happened the last time, and blah blah blah. That's yeah. I immediately came up with this Rocky Six kind of scenario,
Sure,
Rainbow
absolutely.
Six actually. You're kind of surviving out there in the desert and dicey, and it's crazy, very very crazy.
Have you ever heard of jet lag?
Yep.
You ever hear of anybody get on a plane that's going to go travel time zones and not talk about jet lag?
Yep.
I never had jet lag. Millions of miles. Not once did I ever have jet lag. Not once. Not once. Because when I landed there, it was 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, great. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Not, well, it's, you know what it should be? It's like 4 in the afternoon for me, and I was up all night. Who gives a shit? Are you kidding me? It's 9 o'clock. It's where you are. Be in the moment. I never had jet lag. Never. Why? Because I'm in the moment. Well, yeah, but for you, it's 7 o'clock. I'd say, no, it's not 7 o'clock. I'm here. Aren't I here now? If I was at 7 o'clock, I'd be home. That's what it would be there. But I'm not there. I'm here. And I wouldn't let people try to make me tired. People want to make you tired all the time. People want to make you sick. Oh, how is Dubai? What they're really saying is when are you going to die and puke your lung out? Because I pissed off that you went and I couldn't go.
Bonus.
Yeah, wow, that's a harsh reality.
You hear it in their voice, AJ. You hear it in their voice. Oh my God, you always go to Dubai, you piece of crap. So rather than going, could you teach anybody say to you, hey, listen, could you teach me how to take my mom to Dubai? No, they look at you and go, when are you going to take me, you piece of crap, loser, no good daughter? And they do it jokingly. And you're like, I didn't want to go. I don't want to take my mom to Dubai to make these friends of mine feel bad. Oh my gosh, now I have to go suffer. Congratulations. How's that working for you, knucklehead?
It's not working.
Oh, it's working perfectly. You'll either repeat this or you won't. You got a result that is repeatable. Absolutely repeatable. It's dependable until you decide I'm going to love every moment. I'm going to be an inspiration, not desperation.
That is so fast. I really cannot decide which thing is more fascinating to me. Either the law of attraction or this whole shame thing. I literally cannot make up my mind which one of those things is more fascinating to
It's
me
the same.
because it's so fascinating to me.
They're the same.
It's so fascinating.
What happens if they're the same?
You then learn to use it.
So you only have to make a choice about one thing. What do I want? Tell me where you're going. Don't tell me where you've been. See, you haven't told me about how healthy you are tomorrow, how healthy your leg is tomorrow. You told me about the 3 days that you felt suffering and your leg is this and blah, blah, blah. You told me where you were. I don't listen to that crap. It's kind of like if you've ever heard Charlie Brown's Teacher, wah, 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 wah. That's what I hear. I turn on a filter that when you tell me where you've been, I don't hear it. I'm like, whatever. Ooh, I have sheep to go to. What else? Anything else? I have sheep to go to. I get to go play with sheep. That's why I look over here. Molly's tearing up papers. I get in the present. When you guys start telling me about where you've been and life is tough and people want this. Oh, Molly's tearing up papers. How awesome. I get to clean those up in a little bit. Are you done now? Okay, great. So how's that working for you? It's not good. So then I'm glad I didn't listen. Because if it was good, I'd have listened.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff out there.
But
That's
don't you feel better now?
So if I say it, I own it. So if I say that on Friday I'm going to go for my checkup and it's going to be fully healed on Friday.
Yeah, but
I go
today's
for my
Friday.
checkup. What?
Make it today. I'm going for my checkup today and it's healed. Don't tell the universe because it doesn't know what Friday, whether that's an eon from now, 1,000 years from now. When is the checkup on Friday? It's now. When do you walk in? It's now. So when does it have to heal? Now. There is nothing other than now. It can't be Friday. It has to be now. When I walk into my checkup right now, I'm getting ready to sit. I'm sitting in the waiting room right now and my leg already looks healed. They're going to look at me and go, I mean, I wore shorts. It's now. It can't be anything other than now. When did you take your mom to Dubai? Don't tell me a week ago. You took your mom now because that's when you're thinking about it. There is no time other than now. When you take your dad to lunch next week at the place where you will go in and you walk in and it's got the thing. When you took your friends who freaked out because they're like, oh my God, we're underdressed. When did you take them? You took them now. If it's in your mind, it's now. There is no yesterday. There is no tomorrow. It's now. When you told me the story about you being sick, you were sick now, which is why I don't listen. I hear I'm polite.
You know how
you were
Apollo
sick.
told, there is no tomorrow, Rock.
Exactly. So
Crazy
as
stuff.
I walk into, you have to speak in the present moment. This is when the highest version of us gets to take over. I'm walking into the doctor's office right now and my leg is, I feel better. And so you know what your body does? Oh crap, we don't have to wait till Friday to fix this. We should fix it now. We keep delaying our success by saying, that's why the language, I'm so happy and grateful now that my DMP is in place on or before December 31st, 2025. When's it going to happen? It's going to happen now. And this is what Bob Proctor says. Everything you want is at this vibration. Wherever that vibration is, it's not the vibration you're in. We simply have to find it, try and test and bump up against it. Oh, there it is. Because if the phrase of what you are seeking is seeking you, do you think your leg wants to be healed?
I sure hope so. That it wants to be
Interesting answer, not the answer to my question. Do you think
Yes,
your leg
sir.
wants to be healed? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do you think it knows how to heal?
Yes, sir.
Do you want evidence that you know it knows how to heal?
Yes, sir.
Hold that one knee next to the other knee and you look, this one's totally healed, this one's not. Why is this one not? Because it went through a trauma. Why is it not healed yet? Because you keep living the trauma.
That is very true.
No.
I during the past couple days, I was
What a
obsessed with
lucky
how
guess
sick
on
I
my
am.
part.
Yeah, I mean, this was a total shot in the dark that you successfully completed. Over the last couple days, when I was feeling so sick, all these images, all this imagery from back at the hospital came up, and I was thinking about that.
Hmm.
And I was like, why am I thinking about this?
So
Why is this
the
coming back to
question
me now?
is hang on. So let's learn some etiquette rather than taking the blame, right? Because you can't take credit for my success. So don't take credit for my failures. I can't take credit for your success, which is why I sure as hell ain't taking credit for your failures. The question then becomes, why am I thinking this? You are not thinking this. The eye
Oh,
that's
this
sick
is
was the eye that's sick was simply being sick. Not the eye who's healthy was thinking this, which is now you have a fight called depression. And depression is who you know you can be to who you currently are, and you're not having any dialogue. It is this constant internal battle of absolute sheer and anybody who tries to get in the middle of that, you ever try to break apart two dogs fighting?
no, no,
Wouldn't recommend doing that. And
no,
these
thank
are
you.
two cataclysmic universes that are fighting. And the deeper depression, they are more, I mean, they are wired in this fight, which is why depression takes away prefrontal cortex, takes away decision making. If you're in a battle, the only thing you can do is survive. I don't need somebody coming by and saying, wow, don't the flowers smell nice? F you. Flowers smell nice. I'm in survival mode here, buddy. And that's why you get sick. Your immune system just is wrecked. Your adrenaline is wrecks your immune. Do you realize that a scary movie, when you jump, your immune system shuts down for 30 minutes to 2 hours just from a simple jump like that? And your body was flexing from all of the wonderful things that people were saying because you're not ready for the love. And you're like, why don't you take me to think? And your immune system literally shut down and you got sick. That's easy. Nobody's going to say, well, there's no science that proves that. Bullshit talkie. I can prove it 1,000 times a day. You give me somebody who's sick and I'm going to say, wow, what good things happened in your life a week ago? How did you know? Predictable as science. No, and then I get the negator. No, that has nothing to do with the other thing. I was fun. I was having a blast then. Oh, but then everybody got jealous. Who's going to be jealous of your success? Come on. Everybody you came back and talked to was jealous of your success. It was the little cough in their voice. It was the little virus in their feeling. It's not about what you do. It's about the way you do it. It's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way. And everybody congratulated you on going to Dubai going, I hope you get sick. Dubai was great. And here you are, 3 days of misery. Congratulations. How's that working for you, you whack job? And then when
So
you
funny.
got into the sickness and when you got into the pain and the suffering, my leg's not healing. Oh my God, I'm going downhill. Where was all of the joy when you were in Dubai? Nothing hurt in Dubai. You were walking, you were blessed, you were inside and outside. You went from hot to cold and no sickness. But I came home to a place that's normal and I got sick. Tell me how that makes sense. That makes sense. Anyways, there's that.
So funny because I was journaling about it and I said, I'm ready for the love. I'm ready for the love. I'm ready for the love. Yeah, sucks to be you, Jimmy. That is very interesting. I'm gonna be rewatching this recording a couple times
Isn't it
till
fun?
it sticks in. This is very fun and very interesting to me. Like no kidding, I'm 100% truthful now. It is fascinating to me how this works. It blows my mind every single day for the past 5 years.
So here's the thing to pay attention to. Listen carefully. This is where you got to JM3 yourself. If you understood this in a different way, a different you showed up. If you heard this, because I've been saying this this is the same thing I say for 5 years, every day. We just happen to be using a different language called the AJ language, coming back from Dubai, sick and healing leg, right? Most people don't speak that language because that's not their language. I'm speaking your language. But this is the same thing I say every day. In the now. When's a good time to do this? Now. Oh, well, Friday it'll happen. Well, no, it happens now because it's going to be now. You just have a bunch of seconds between now and now that you can be in the now. And the more you're in the now between now and now, then you'll be more in the now when the now shows up. Does that now make sense? And if you're not in the now, it's not the one who wants to be in the now that's taking you out of the now. And you get to ask now who's in charge. Because the one who's not here, the one who's aggravated, frustrated, the leg is healing or not healing, the leg is sick and the spiral, they're in the now. Who's in the now? Who's behind the microphone? And for 3 days, it was somebody with no voice and sickness and going, oh my God, I finally got on stage. And guess what they got? Guess what they got? What do people die for? What do people die for and what do people want? Recognition. You got recognized. The sick part of you got recognized because it hadn't been around for a while. Oh, my knee hurts. Oh, poor baby. Can we? Oh, finally, he's more like us now. He's suffering. Great. Can I help you with your knee? Oh, you can't talk. You got sick? Wow, that's too bad. Let me justify why I got bad. I was going in and out of temperatures. Come on. It's freaking cold in Serbia in the winter, and you go from cold to warm and cold to warm. You don't get sick. Oh, well, wait, sometimes I do because you tell yourself you do. But you go cold to warm or warm to cold. It doesn't matter. It's in the now. You're in the now. You're now in warm. You're now in cold. You're now sick. You're not sick. What are you doing? Why this? It's exhausting. Who's in the now? Which is why I'm glad I have all of these things to bring me back to the now. Do you think Dublin is going to go, oh, can we go talk about yesterday when you spanked me because I scratched you? No, he's like, wagging his tail. You want to get in the now? You want to get in the now? You want to get in the now? When we walk out on the stones and the sheep, because it's like, oh, stones. That means somebody's going to feed us. Somebody's walking on the stones. They can come feed us. Can I talk to you about yesterday when I didn't feed you and you guys like didn't come around? No, they're in the now. Back now. Feed me now. When am I supposed to feed them now? When do you want your success? Now, but well, 5 years from now, I've got a lot of things to.
I always used to say, by the time I'm 30, and by the time I'm 27, and yeah, that doesn't work, Skippy. Yeah, thank you for this conversation today. This was enlightening.
You
Let's put
sound
it that way.
healthier. I'm serious. You sound healthier than when we started talking.
My voice feels a lot better. There's a lot more of less brown power in there, and my nose feels maybe 20% less stuffed than before.
Wow, and that was 20 minutes of me rambling at you.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna watch the recording.
So what'd you
I'm
learn?
gonna put it on the replay. Yeah, well, it's always charming. I learned, so this is what I'm getting from the session so far, is that they say comparison is the killer of all joy. I would amend that and say that for me personally, overthinking is the killer of the law of attraction. I would say to myself that my biggest takeaway from today is to be simple-minded. Because when you talk about animals, I mean, they're pretty, they don't kind of get nervous about a lot of things, right? I mean, they're just simple-minded. And that's why, just when you said the sheep know when you come out there, when somebody comes out there and, taps on the stone, somebody's come to feed them. So they don't care. Maybe they didn't remember, maybe they don't even care, whatever. They don't know what happened yesterday or the day before or whatnot. They just care about the now, and they have this ability to really 100% be in the now, regardless of present circumstances, the last set of circumstances or whatever. So I would say just to be simple with myself. When do I want it? I want it right now. What do I want? I want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. When do I want it? Right now. And then the other thing I learned is I have to name this set of versions of me that don't serve me. I'm gonna name them punk ass bitch. That's what I'm gonna call them. Here comes the punk ass bitches.
PABs.
Sorry, sorry for my language. Uh, that's what I'm gonna call them because they are indeed PABs, you know, and that's just
And you
how
gotta
it
love
works.
them.
Yeah, so
You gotta
yeah,
love them because
it's
they
just
give you the chance to have the opposite.
yeah. In the worst case scenario, I'm gonna say let's go. This guy was a general, by the way, in the Serbian army.
Wow.
He fought in the war. Yeah, and he always comes to me to greet me. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" What was I saying? Yeah, so be simple-minded,
So you want to know a cool question
allowing.
you could ask him one day if you ever sat down and had a coffee with him?
We did that a couple times. Yeah.
Okay, but here's another question you might ask. I'd love to hear the answer. Tell me how you prepare for battle.
Made me drop my cigar there for a second when you said it.
Just I want to know now. And listen, you have probably some of the more severe battles outside of the army than you did inside of the army, dealing with your mind and stuff. I'm working on personal development, but how do you prepare for confrontation? You don't get to be a general by losing. I'm just curious. I'd love to hear some mindsets. Not could be battle strategy, could be how you transfer it, but there's a discipline that you've developed. I want to hear how you develop that. Because I bet he was a hellion. I bet he was a hellion as a kid.
Oh, so you mean for me to ask him how does he mentally prepare?
Yeah, well, just mentally. So what is your strategy when you know you have a confrontation or a battle, when you were preparing to train? How do you train people? How did you train yourself to deal with the fight?
That's going to be an interesting conversation.
How did you overcome? Because there's only a handful of generals. There's a lot of privates. To rise in rank, you had to become okay with recognition. You had to become okay with failing. You had to become okay with getting pinned on the star and getting ready for, everybody salutes you when you walk by. And now you're in the, nobody knows you're a general. You don't wear the emblems.
Oh, shoot, my mistake. The guy was a colonel, I think.
Either way, colonel, general, doesn't
matter. The guy was a colonel. He was like in active battle in Bosnia and Croatia, like in the 90s.
Okay.
He was a colonel. Sorry, not general, colonel.
So just, you could ask him, what is the mental toughness that you had to go through? What's the lesson?
Him and I, we have this thing when he comes to the restaurant. I'd be like, "Hey, colonel," and then I give him, and then I shake his hand. And he's like, "Oh, hey there," and then he shakes my hand. So, kind of an internal joke we got going on, and yeah, great stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing. What I love about this is now I'm gonna say what I love. I love how effortless it is for me to go through this process of transformation. I don't feel sick at all at this point. With you, yet, I'm not gonna say but, I'm gonna say yet, I would love to learn how to, for lack of a better term, do it myself.
So when you
not because
you raised your, hang on, I'm going to show you how you do it yourself. You raised your hand and asked for help. That's how you do it yourself. You will never do it by yourself. We have prayer. Prayer is not by yourself. So you may be alone by yourself when you ask God, or you pray, or you ask yourself, you ask your internal inner, you are always asking for help. You want to know how to do it by yourself faster, quicker, stronger? Ask for more help. That's how you do it by yourself. Because words don't teach. What I say don't teach. Everything I said, you're going to go back and listen to this again. It's going to be totally different because you're in a different place. I can't teach. I know that. And the reason that my frequency can come at you with with attack and with people like, oh my God, you just kick his ass all over the place. It's because I love you. And it's not that. This is how you hear. This is how you learn. This is how you become aware. This is how you pay respect. Is you're like, okay, here we go. Right? And so I know how your body responds. Yet the way you want to do this faster, quicker, better with more is you ask for more help. That's how you do it on your own.
BT dubs, my nose is 100% clear at this point. And I was only doing the t-shirt thing, not because you're right, just because it's like 90 degrees outside. So I'm actually hot, and that's why I was doing the thing with the t-shirt, and not because you said it. So I'm just kidding. Thank you for this conversation today. Dr.
Feels
Sean
good,
Murphy to the
doesn't it?
lobby. Dr. Sean Murphy to the lobby.
Feels good,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
This feels liberating, man. This feels exciting.
And this is simply in an hour that had you not showed up today, which could have been an easy thing to do.
Oh no, I
No,
said I'm going to show up.
But you said you would because you made a decision. It was easy too. It could have also been easy not to.
I knew I needed this conversation today. That's why I showed up.
And in
I was
knowing
like,
that
I'm
you
not missing
needed
Sean
it,
for my life.
and knowing that you needed it, knowing that you wanted it, use this evidence that you healed yourself in an hour that you couldn't do in 3 days. You did it. You are doing the heal. I'm not the healer. I'm just the bumper rails on the bowling alley that says, you're not getting any gutters around here. I ain't letting you off the hook. You show up here, you ain't getting off the hook. You show up vulnerable, we're gonna go sharpen a saw. We're gonna chippy away the illness that's not you. That's all we did. We just got you back to you. I didn't make you any better than you. I got you back to you. I chippy away what's not you. Period. Well, what does he do? He chips away everything not me. I don't understand that. Great. You should hang out with him because then you'll find out what's around you that you don't need around you. But too many people want to hold on to their story. But I was sick and people didn't like me. Okay, great. Let me know how that works out for you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's another fun day of awareness, of aha-ness. And all of this is exactly happening to all of us in varying degrees and functionality. Listen, the reason I show up here is because I want to practice. I want to get better. I want to sharpen my saw. I want to chip away what's not me. So I love you tons. I'll see y'all where?
The next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Rica.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydia.
Peace be
Peace
with
be
us.
with us.
Peace be
Peace
with us.
be
all.
with us all. And the queen of helping you get back into the moment of now, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Boss
Lee.
Lee.
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. And a little white fluffy.
Gurgly,
Gurgly,
gurgly, gurgly, gurgly, gurgly.
All right, everybody, see you tomorrow.